Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining us. What I'm going to do, I don't know if I should label this as a design team project. I'm probably going to. Um, I've already did my project for the month, which was the folio for Night Owl Collage, and I did not remember to pre-upload my videos so I could add the links into the bottom, but I will add the links to it for her Christmas. It's a vintage Christmas on Night Owl Collage Ko-Fi. So I'm going to get to work. I think this is my scrap papers that I could play with. Yeah, that's my scrap papers. This is my actual kit, so I don't need to pull no papers from there. And then these are scrap papers that we can pull and play with as well. So, you know, I was looking at some of the cut-aparts that I had, or fussy cut situations. I got all of those done this afternoon when I got off of work. It was, and I just got them labeled Christmas red and green fussy cuts. The one set came from, it was 100 different designs of fussy cuts, and it was vintage Christmas fussy cuts. And that came from Touky Designs, Touky Designs, and that is the shop name right there. You can see it. And it was 109 sheets, and it was at that price that I got, it was 94 cents. And then the other one is it was 90 red green Christmas fussy cuts, fun ink art coloring, and at the time I bought it, it was $2.76. So that's the two fussy cut red and green Christmas items that I had pulled off of there that I thought would go with this kit well. So I really don't want to label this as a design team project, but you know, I don't know how the rules work to that, if I just have to use what's just in her kit to make the journal, because I've already really did a design team thing. But either way, I'll link it in the description for her Ko-Fi shop, because it is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Alrighty, so I just pulled out, you know, because I printed 3 copies because I knew I was going to make a folio with it, and I done showed the things in earlier videos. Usually when I start a project, I always like to show the whole kit before I do any cutting and, you know, all of that stuff. This little angel baby here, I didn't do the smoothing on it, and see, it cut her face. So I got her laid over there with her face piece. I don't know why it done that, but I forgot to do the smoothing for the fussy cuts, and for some reason it decided it wanted to cut half of her face out. And I was so upset because she's so cute. But that's why she's laying over there to the side. So we got to do a little bit of plastic surgery on her, and she will be fixed right on up. I just want to get these pockets inked. And the pockets here were in the kit as well. But like I said, I had already submitted my actual design team project for the month, but I wanted to, you know, I wanted to make a journal out of it for, you know, Christmas and July preparation. and this kit's just beautiful. So I was like, well, I'm going to do a folio with it to show you all what you can do with your printed out journal kits. You don't just have to use them just in a journal. You can make your folio and put pictures on it. Just be beautiful. And in my folio, I'm going to use it for my Christmas planning. That's what I'm planning on. That's why I added the journal pages in mine. I want to use it for my Christmas preparations. Now see how much difference that looks. The ink around it just looks so good. Because sometimes, you know, I don't feel like inking, and sometimes I'm like, I got to put ink on it. It's just going to make it, you know, bring it out more. And this, I'm putting ink on it because I did the 0.04 millimeter around it when I did the, ran it through my brother's scan and cut. This was the first kit that I fully did and run through. So I was learning at that point in time. Since then, you know, I've gotten better with the fussy cutting. Sometimes you just kind of, you know, have to get what you get. Like some of these where it has like the little intricate parts in the middle of it, they're white, you know, like reeds and stuff like that. I didn't choose to go in and do the fine detail in the middle, and that's fine. Just because I didn't choose to do so. But for the most part now, the Brother Scan and Cut is very helpful for me and saves my hands. And I love it. I really do. Because I would still be sitting here trying to cut these things out. You know, with a pair of scissors and my hand cramping up because I couldn't use it. So I'm going to work on some ephemera pieces for the journal. I haven't got the journal pages folded up yet, and I got the cover done, but I was wanting to work on ephemera bits. You know, like these are the envelopes that came in the kit. So I said, well, let's work on some of our journaly bit pieces first, and then we will go from there. Alright, so now on the inside of this, what I thought I could do, because I need to get my tea dye. Get my tea dye. The stress oxide, and what did I do with my extra little thingy bob? There it is. It's got the green one on it. We'll have to put you up. So I'm going to get this out. Use the tea dye on the back of these. That's what I'm going to do with that. Because I had decided not to use the red and the green. It would be pretty on this kit, but I just wanted to do coffee dye. Because I thought about, you know, like, whoops, that fell. I thought about the bits that, like the green parts, you know, doing green around them. And then these parts, you know, doing the vintage photo. And then, you know, the red parts, putting the red on it. And I may do that in, you know, later on. But as for now, I don't know if I want to switch ink pads out that much. If that makes sense. Now what am I looking for? Oh, this paper towel. You're looking for paper towel to put this on. So now what I'm going to do, hopefully this ain't dried up. It looks a little dry, don't it? Well, that ain't working. Oh no, it ain't dry. I just gotta get my get my pads soaked. And I know I got blending brushes, but I don't like using them because it does the same thing as this, so. This is aggravating. I should have just printed on the back of it. That's what I should have did. But at that time, like I said, I was afraid that it was going to peel my coloring backing off of it. And I have it. I just bought this from Hobby Lobby. Why does it look like it's dried up? I mean, like I literally bought it like not even a couple weeks ago. I mean, it looks like the pad's shriveled up. Well, that one kind of does too. I guess that's just the way they are. I don't know. I never really noticed it much when I opened up a new distress pad, how it looked. Alrighty, so we're going to do that bit. And I know I got a scoreboard and stuff over here, but what's the point in getting that in my face? You know, when we can plainly see where you need to fold it at, right there. Now, before we get that scored up on there, let's get you even, buddy. Are we even on the side? Yep. Okay. Oh, that's cute. So I was thinking about putting these bells on it, on the outside. But now let's see, I need to put a closure on them. So what I was thinking about, you know, is we have all of these little, bits. So I was thinking we could glue, you know, one on, do one that's the opposite color of what's on it, you know, so it'll stand out. So we could put and glue like halfway here, and that would be our closure for our little envelope. And that's what I'm thinking. And I don't think that I want to glue the actual sides of it down, so I want for you to be able to, but we'll see about that when I actually put the journal together. That's why a lot of times I'll leave my envelopes in kits. I'll leave them open until I actually get to putting a journal together, so I'll see if I need it for a tuck spot or something like that. And that would be pretty to put down as like a belly band on a page. I gotta get me a sample page out here. I need to get to be a professional, you know, have us a sample page. So say this is your page. What you would do is take and glue, you know, the sides, and that would be a belly band, and then you could open up and write in it as well. Hush up. I might do that. Alrighty. That's an idea for us. So I'm gonna ink this up. And we're gonna glue that right there. So I'll take and glue like where the little the jutted end pieces are. I'll glue straight across there and put it down, and that'll hold, and then that'll be our tuck. So let's see, I need to put it on down towards the bottom. I may need to glue it in a U shape. That's what we're going to do then. We'll glue it in a U shape. Hopefully this glue don't make a mess. We'll see. It's iffy from day to day. Oops, there it comes. Alrighty. Alright, so I just did from little jut end to the other jut end. So then that way I can place it on here and not worry about my flat part getting glued down. And it's still going to hold my envelope closed for me, hopefully. Okay, did that grab? Yep, it's grabbed. So I like that because it, you know, when you put it on there, you'll see, look. Yeah, all right then. So we're going to do that like that. But I was thinking about putting these little bells on them. Let's do some like this, like we had originally planned, because I know I've got more envelopes printed off, and if I need to, I'll run them through the fussy cut machine, and we'll just fussy cut us out some more. And then that way we'll have envelopes, and we can make belly bands out of them. So that'll take, how many pockets did we say we had? I think we only had 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we had 8. So that'll give us 10 pockets or tuck spots. So we'll have 5 for the front side of the journal and 5 for the back side of the journal. And then that way we'll have our, oh no, we got more pockets in here. That'll give us, if we do that, see, because I made pockets out of these. Yeah. Yes, we did. Okay. Alrighty. Anyways, we're just going to make some stuff, y'all. You know how we are. I always make too much stuff. I wind up stuffing it all in a journal. And it looks pretty. I know sometimes I way overstuff journals. I know I do. But yeah. Alright, so there's those pieces. Let's put the lid back on you. So you don't freeze up on me. I got all my little project pieces over here, my little boxes that I usually have. Alright, we need to glue you on, don't we? Quit yapping and put the stuff down. That is so pretty. Look at that scene and that little bell. Is that not pretty? I love that. What am I doing? Glue. See? Get the yapping and forget what I'm doing. So excited. I think that's what it is. Some days I get super duper excited, and some days I'm just like, I sit down and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do today? I don't know what I'm going to do today. You know, that type of stuff. And I feel like every day I got to be, you know, just super duper spectacular. Do 4,100, you know, ephemera pieces. Or it's not a good video. And I was beating myself up in yesterday's video for that. So, you know, sometimes we do that as crafters. We beat ourselves up, you know, because we don't feel like we're accomplishing what we were supposed to accomplish, or, you know, it turned out not how we had planned. Oh, I think that might be pretty on that one. Let's do a look-see here. Ugh, give me that. So now, if need be, we can take, that is going to be a good little idea. I think I might, well, I can make envelope pockets out of, you know, regular old scrapbooking paper. I don't want to hide the prettiness of them, you know. So a lot of times I don't, I won't glue my pockets down, just so you can have extra writing space, you know, like that. I'll take and put that in a tuck place or something, and then you pull it out and you can have extra writing space. And then if whoever gets it, and if they want to make it on envelope, they can do that and just glue the sides down themselves. So, and then sometimes, again, you know, like I said, I get carried away with decorating and all of that, and then I don't leave any room for anyone else to do, you know, add their touch decorating to it. So, yeah, I know, I'm very guilty of that. But a lot of times, you know, like I'll work on a journal and I'm like, ooh, I want that to go here. Ooh, this would be so pretty here, you know, just those type of things. And that's kind of what happens. I'm trying to remember not to just, you know, poke my thing down when I put it on here. That's what causes those round spots. You got to be a little light-handed with it. I'm really not trying to just change the whole color of the back of it. I'm just trying to knock the bright whiteness down. That's all I'm doing. I don't have another little box. I need to get me thinking about seeing if I can't get one of those. Somebody had one. Can't remember where I saw it from. That had like a bunch of little round holes that these things fit in. Had them lined up on their desk. And I was like, shut up, how cute would that be? I need one of them. And then I thought about taking these here apart, you know, and putting them on something and gluing them down. But I was like, nah, I don't want to do that either. I like them in here. It keeps it all contained up, you know. Alrighty. Well, you know, if I could fold straight, that would be just awesome. Do like you do everything else. Start in the middle of it and then work your way to the sides. Do what you tell the people to do. So then I was watching my own video and I was like, you know, look, you just solved your own problem. You're sitting here talking about how, you know, to do this and that and the other. Think outside the box. Don't just sit and look at the journal kit as just journal pages. You know, you've got 2 more prints of that kit. Go in there and look through that piece of those pieces of papers for that kit, and you figure out what you want to take and make pockets and tags out of. Like, you know, like not just the pieces I've done cut off. You know, like I was talking about, that right there's a tag, you know. Do that stuff. So then I was like, you know, I just sat here and told them to do that, and then I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, I got to do this, and I need to do that, and I don't have this, and I don't got that, and blah, 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 blah. So that's what happened to me, my little self-pity party. But, yeah. And then, I don't know, a lot of it is, like I said, on Sundays, I try to get videos ahead for the week, and I was just getting aggravated. Because I was like, you know, I should have had 3 or 4 videos done today. And look, here I am just fooling around to get nothing done. Nothingness. So sometimes that just, you know, we'll beat ourselves up. I'm guilty of that. Not just in the craft room. Like I said, even with my back being out, I was like, I am just not going to not sit here and not be productive. I just can't do it. I can't just sit. So, you know, I did sit and just shoved papers through my printer and all of that good stuff while my back was out. Printed a bunch of kits and stuff. I still got a ton of stuff on that Etsy that I've got to get printed off. I need to stay off of Etsy for a little bit, to be honest with you. Because I'm like, ooh, Christmas, ooh, it's so pretty, ooh, fall stuff, ooh, I gotta have it, you know. And then I'm like, okay, realistically, you know, how much of that are you actually going to get to work on this year, you know? So that's where I had to back myself down, you know, talk myself down a little bit. But, you know, I need fussy cuts, you know what I'm saying? I do. I got beautiful Christmas papers and fall papers. I just need fussy cut decorating bits to go on them, you know what I mean? That's what I started hunting for. Instead of actually really hunting for kits, I was hunting for the decorative bits, you know, ephemera pieces and fussy cuts and such. Because like I say, I got plenty of papers to make kits and do journals with, and you know, stuff like that. I have plenty of scrapbook papers for that. So then I'm needing to get worked through. Quit hoarding them up. Oh, that's so pretty. I think them are cute. I love that. That's going to be pretty. Just in a little tuck spot. Okie doke. So some of the fussy cuts that I did today had like the little ribbons and stuff on them, and I was like, oh, that would go in here because, you know, this kit has the ribbons and stuff. I was like, yeah, that'll work. No, I can't put you on that because I need that. No, I don't. I got this. All right. So now, what am I wanting to do? Let's see if I can't get this here. Let's see. So if I cut that at 6, I might be able to have this as a pocket. I think that will be super duper pretty. Then we can have this piece here as a, let's do a 6-inch tag. Okay. 6 inches, about 3 inches. Yep, I think that'll get it all too. Okay, so that's a tag bit. We just need to cut that around the corners and ink it up. And this we'll put it in our backing parts, because you know, we'll just put that if I need something to back a smaller tag or something with, we'll use that. All right, so now this piece here, let's see, I think I can cut straight across here, and that is going to give me a good size pocket. And then that tag is going to be right about, well, I don't want to cut the bottom of the ribbon. That tag's going to be right about 5 inches, this tag. And then we just need to straighten it up. Okay, it's going to be under 3 inches, which is fine. So it'll be like 2 7/8, which is a good size tag. Let me put some decorative bits on that. Okay, so now this, you'll see it's got that angle on her. Cut you here. Is that going to cut my bow off? So it is going to cut my pretty red decorative bits. To straighten that up, I ain't gonna worry about it. Yeah, because I want to make this a pocket somehow. Okie doke. It's going to have just the slightest little pull in it, though. Look at that mess. Okay. do that right there. Cut that straight. I just didn't want to lose all the bottom of that prettiness. See, that's my dilemma. I just don't want to cut things. Let me see if I do that. It's not going to be too bad. Yeah, see, that'd be a good size little pocket, won't it? Sure enough will. Alright, now I didn't even think to measure. It's 5. Perfect. Perfect pocket. And these pieces here are pieces that I had cut off to make the tuck spots in my, it's like a mirrored tuck spot. Basically is what I did in my folio. Made mirrored tuck spots. I love those, they're awesome. So then that way you don't lose any of the beautiful artwork on any of your pages by doing a mirrored tuck spot. So like, say this piece here, you would cut exactly the same on a different piece and glue it right on top of it, and it's a mirrored tuck spot is what I'm talking about. Okay, roundy bits. And of course, we need to back them. What are you even doing? You got to back these. Okay, now we're getting into the frustrating part, because, you know, everything's got to be backed, which is just fine. We'll just get our glue. You know what I'm going to do? Where's my cardstock? Here it is. 65-pound cream cardstock to the rescue, buddy. And that's what we're going to back it with. Just put them on here and just start backing things. I don't want to use wet glue because it's going to make it bow up. I really don't want to use glue stick because it's going to make it do that as well. Or should I do? I should do glue stick, shouldn't I? Because, yeah. See, I got to talk it through in my head. I got to talk it through to myself. I need to use the glue stick. But you can use Fabri-Tac and it wouldn't bow it up and it wouldn't show through on your paper. And that would be just fine. Just going to start over here in the corner. We're just going to start gluing and backing our tags and making them thick. So I don't like having a flimsy tag. I put it in a pocket or something. I want it to be, you know, stiff enough where it'll go down in there. I'll do that on the front, then we'll flip it over and do it on the back, and it'll cause it to quit rolling up on me. Am I on camera over here? Yeah, I moved my camera again. Okay, y'all, because I'm trying to figure out how to get it to zoom in. And I think I'm just going to have to wind up just bringing that arm down. I think that's about the only choice that I kind of get. Unless, you know, I just mess up my phone. I don't know. Okie dokie. So now while we're at it, let's just go ahead and put some more bits on here that we need to, because all of these tags and journal card bits got to be backed, you know, because Lori didn't print nothing on the back of them. I was just excited to, you know, run them through my brother scan and cut and get them cut out. I'm just being honest. That's really all I was worried about, was just getting them run through there and getting them cut apart. I was like, oh, I got all my bits cut apart. Yay. Then I get to working on it, and, you know, oh, you didn't print nothing on the back of it. Now you got to back everything. Which, that's fine. No problem. Sit still, buddy. Are you going to be skinny enough to go right there? Nope, you are not. You will be skinny enough to go right here. Sure enough will, won't you? Look yonder. Perfect. And see, you could actually take and do this, bits like this, as a collage page if you would want to. I think that would be cute to make like a collage patchwork type cover with Christmas cut apart papers. That's what I was thinking about doing. On my next Christmas journal cover. It's taking and doing like all the Christmas papers that I have that are already, you know, cut apart, need to be collaged up. And look, I got something on that. Have I got ink on my papers? Probably. But yep, that would be just plumb cute. I'm going to see if I can't get me a little journal card bit here. Look how sweet. Ain't that just the cute? Cute as a button. Maybe I could get one of these little bits here over here. Oh, come here, paper. So this is my glue book papers that I'm just getting rid of. The loose ones anyways. Just trying to work through them and get them used up. Got this little drawer bit over here. That's what I got it for, is to put those things in. And then when I sat down just to have a play with the, you know, just making up some journal bits and ephemera pieces and such, I'm pull them out, and I got stickers and music paper and all of that good stuff. Whoops, and I pushed that in a little too far off there, didn't I? Then we can take and pull those out and decorate the book pages up. Tags and pockets and that, with that kind of stuff. Alrighty. Okay. So, hope everybody is doing well. I was watching the news. I saw what was that, one of them derecho things? I don't know what they are. The straight line wind stuffs come through. And I hadn't seen the weather today about if there were any tornadoes spawned out of that or whatever that came through, like the middle of the country. It's supposed to be in like was it Michigan, Illinois, Ohio type area. Hope everybody that lives up that way is doing well, and you're all right. Oh yeah, okay. So this is why I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, was to get me some cream cardstock, just to, you know, to back my stuff with. And that was the whole purpose I went there. I hope I can cut these apart and not mess them up. I'm gonna cut you, probably. Because, you know, I was trying to fit them on the page, wasn't thinking about, you know, when I went to cut them apart, was I going to be able to get in between them? You know what I'm saying? No, I couldn't think that far ahead, and I could have. So, let's see. Today, I went to work at 12, and we got everything done. Miss Cassie worked herself to death before I got there and had everything done and caught up, basically. So I went in. All I had to do is, run the register just like, it felt to me like 10 minutes. And while she finished putting up the truck. And then I did my back office stuff. And then, we were done. Yeah, we were good to go. Everything was good. So I was like, if you want to, you can go on ahead and go home if you want to. And she's like, I would love to. I said, now you can stay till 2, get your time or whatever. And she's like, well, I'd really like to just go if it's all right. And I was like, well, I'm here. So I told her, I said, I was going to change out the shift, but I didn't want to change it out and make her feel like I was making her leave. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I was just, just going ahead and getting stuff done. And then I was like, so we'll just change out the shift so that way, you go check the cooler, what have you. And, because, we were focused on putting the truck up and not focusing on stocking the cooler or whatnot. Ah, give me that. So then, so she ran back and caught the cooler up right quick like. And then, by 1:30, basically my day was done. So checked up all, because I did all the paperwork and stuff yesterday. And all the cooler bits were done today. And, basically we had everything done. It was wonderful. It really was wonderful. Okay, now this piece here. Let's just get tried to cut as much as I could with that thing. Let's just get the scissors out and do some cutting. But yeah, so that's how my day today went. Then Miss Tiffany came in at 2 o'clock, and I was like, we already switched out the shift, because I was like, after we got the truck done, I was like, if you want to, you can go check the cooler and, get the cooler bits done or whatever you need to get caught up on. And then, we'll go have all the back office paperwork and money switched and this and that and other, and we'll just call it, afternoon. And she was like, okay, cool. So then all she had to do is come in, take over the shift, We didn't have to clean up after nobody. Everything was done. And we were just basically sitting there waiting for someone to come buy something so we could run and stock it. And that's pretty much how it went. So then tomorrow, I think I need to do a bank run. Get some roll change for the weekend. And then we'll be ready to go. That's pretty much my extent of my plan tomorrow for work. Is to make sure that, I go in at 12 again, post and schedule till 6. So I'm going to go in and if Miss Cassie needs me to run the register or go stock or do whatever, just see what she needs. Which she'll probably tell me nothing because, she pretty much keeps it all done. So then I guess we'll sit there and twiddle our thumbs, until about 1 or 1:30. And I go do the bank run. And then they switch the shift out. And then I come back and then see if Miss Lachey needs me to do anything for her or wants to go do anything or, see how busy we are. Which this afternoon we weren't busy because it came a heck of a thunderstorm. Just, for like an hour or two. Just, it downpoured for a good hour and a half. Thundering and lightning and that. So, that slowed our business down a little bit. But other than that, yeah. I need to cut these pieces here. Alright, so that's all inked and done there. So we need to cut these bits. So yeah, that's my day and tomorrow planned out for work. Then Thursday and Friday, I got to do the 2 to close shift again. So this evening, when I got out of work, I come home and waited for baby girl to get home. She went to help one of her friends, the little girl, not little girl, the young lady, I'm sorry, that her parents had both passed away within the last 6 months, and passed away of each other in 6 months' time. It's pitiful. So the little girl's having to clean out her parents' house, which is difficult on anyone at any age, you know, and she's 21, or about to be 21. So this little girl's had to, you know, grow up real quick, like, which, you know, she had moved out and on her own and with her boyfriend and that, and before the passing of her parents. But, you know, it's a sad situation. So anyways, my little girl and this, my youngest daughter, I'm sorry, not, you know, they are young adults now, but, you know, still my baby. So she went to help her because that's her best friend. And so that's where she was at. And then I called to see if she was home yet. If she was, then we was going to go get something to eat. If not, I'd just wait till she got in and then we'd go get something to eat. So she come on in about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so after I did. So we went and got us something to eat. And I sat here this evening and run the fussy cuts through the scan and cut, and was watching Netflix. They had Homicide New York on there, so I watched that. And then this week they put Homicide Los Angeles on there, so I watched the first season of that while I was running the fussy cuts through the Brother Scan and Cut. And I said, well, I should have been printing off some of that stuff that I bought. Need to get printed off there, but you know, I just wanted to relax a little bit and watch some TV, so that's what I did. And I said, I'm going to wait till my normal time to film so it don't go up too early and I have like 2 videos in the same day again. So, here we are. Alright, so now let me see what kind of little fussy cut, what kind of cussy fuss I want to put on you, buddy. That would be cute on there, wouldn't it? Just use that on it. But then I don't want to cover that up. I want to put something straight-ish on there. Let's see what we got here. Oh, them would be cute on there, wouldn't it? To put that on there to make it like a tuck. Shut your face. There we go. Good idea. Good idea, y'all. I just need 2 of them. Okay, we'll save them bits. Cause see, that could be a little journal card. See, like in there. See, you could put that in there. Yeah, that wouldn't get lost in a pocket. Okie doke. Or we could put it in one of these if we made it you know, whatever it's supposed to be, an envelope. Look at that crap. You see me over here beating that like I'm trying to get ink out of it, knucklehead. Good gracious, woman. What's wrong with you? I wonder how many times I've actually done that in video and not caught myself doing it. I'll have to watch some of the videos and see. I bet y'all are just dying laughing at me. Look at this crazy fool trying to get ink out of her Jesus tray. And I hope I don't offend nobody by saying that, because it is the Lord's Last Supper. I mean, you know, it is the Jesus tray. And I love it because my sister got it for me. And it's the pink depression glass like I like. It's just pretty. I like the pink depression glass, the blue, and that, the one that it's like a blue, and then there's one it's like a mint green. Love that stuff. I just ain't got the money to get it, but she She does some thrifty shop things all the time, finds stuff all the time. And she has a, so I'm going to put it there and make it a tuck. And then we could take and look at this. Shut up. We can put that little sucker in her. Heck yeah, buddy. Alrighty. But yeah, she has a whatnot where she sells her small glasswares on. And it is Snowberry. Oh, goodness gracious. Her name is Snowberry. And it's bear, like B-E-A-R-Y. Snowberry. Because our school mascot is a bear. And then something about the name of the road she lived on is Snow something. That's how she came up with that name. And I think I messed my link page up that my son made me, the cheat sheet, you know, where I'll upload the video and have the links on there. I think I messed it up. And he was like, well, I'll come over next week and try to fix it for you. He said, have you took pictures of your stuff yet? It's like, no. He goes, well, what good does it do you to have a Ko-Fi site if you don't put none of your junk on there to sell it? I was like, it is not junk. Even though it's called junk journals, it is not junk. He goes, you know what I'm saying, Mama. He said, you call it junk journals? And I was like, well, technically it's not junk. Sometimes it is, you know, because like the cover of this is you know, a Amazon package. And, you know, I make books out of cereal boxes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's recycled. Recycled. That's what it's recycled journals. Let's call it that. Oh yeah, see, that's cute. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so I need to get me a red thingy bob. What do I do with them? I hit them for myself up here on the other thing. I'm getting too much stuff on my desk. That's another thing that gets to me too. If all my stuff, you know, what I'm using, if I don't put it back where it needs to go, it gets me flustered. Because I'm looking for it, and then, you know, and then I'll have everything on my desk, and I feel claustrophobic. I have all my stuff gathered up on my desk, and then I feel like, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's too much junk. Okay. Use Mr. Tim Holtz's scissors for my fabric scissors, because they just cut like butter. I mean, they really do just cut like butter. Okay, let's see. Is that gonna look good? Oh, heck yeah. My fake tiny attacher. Okie dokie. Oh, yes. There we go. See, look. Oh, it's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Love it. Put a little bit of dab of ink on the back. I don't really care too much about ink in the back side. I just want to, you know, knock that white edge down. You know what I mean? Oh, that's beautiful. Okie doke. Alright, so now what we going to do to you, buddy? Put all my working pieces right here. That helps me. How long have I been on here? Oh, trying to see it. Oh, 54 minutes. Well, let's see. I'm going to do my blingy bits. Because I was thinking about, I don't know if I could cut that. Put some blingy bits on them little berries. But then that's going to make it bulky. I might do that on a pocket. Yeah, I Might do that on a pocket. Okay. No, we need a piece of ephemera on you, don't we? I don't like that. Ooh. Here we go. We put a Christmas tree on it. That one's not big enough. There's Santa Claus. Oh, look at the little baby with her teddy bear. Hush up. There we go. Baby with the teddy bear. That looks like a Band-Aid, don't it? That looks like putting a Band-Aid on it. We don't want that. Okay, so you see how it's got the little white dots in these? I was thinking about taking the red and green blingies and seeing if I couldn't get them in there. And I've got white, I've got gold, I've got silver, red, and green. And I was thinking about trying to put some of them in that. That might be a little bit tedious. So we might have to see on that situation. I like the little baby with the teddy bear. But then I want something else down here so it don't look like they're just sitting in thin air, you know. And I got Christmas washi tape somewhere. Can I cut that in half? I'm just going to fold it and see what it would look like. I don't know. Could just put it all the way down there and not even worry about what's on the bottom of the tag, couldn't I? There we go. That looks pretty good, don't it? Yeah, I think that looks all right. I think so. And I'm going to put the little red ribbon on it too. I think so. I think that's going to look cute. Put a little bit of ink around them, make them stand out from that background because they kind of blend in a little bit, you know. So I think this will be the last piece because I think I done got all them inked, and they really already have decorative parts on their fronts. So I really ain't got to do a whole lot to them. But yep, she's coming together a little bit at a time. Yep, okie dokie. So where it has predominantly green colors on it with a little bit of red, I'm going to do red toppers. Where it has predominantly red bits with a little bit of green accents, I'm wanting to do the green. Does that make sense? Probably not. I didn't want to do just all one color. Okay, so let's get these bits on here. Alright, I'm going to do this first because then the placement of that is going to determine how far up everything else goes. So as you know, I can't hold it good if it's too far down. Alright, there we go. So then they will go there, and this will go right here. Right? Right. Okie doke. Glue. Whoops. Alright now. Our glues are getting a running. I think it got woke up. Okay, let's try to put you on there even. Yeah, I think that is going to be cute. Let's see, I was kind of worried. I was like, well, it's not my design team project, but, you know, it is my design team pack. So I think I'm just going to use the ephemera bits and pieces that came with the kit other than adding in to make. And I'm trying to do the best you know, and it's not because it doesn't have enough pieces for ephemera in that. It has more than enough. It's just, you know, I'm overthinking it, and I'm like, well, I need this, and I need that, and I need the other, and then by the time we get it, each pocket's going to have, like, a journal card and 4 tags, you know that. So, that's where I'm at. So that's why I was like, I needed to back off and just chill out with the, trying to stuff it full, you know. Because I was like, well, that little angelic floral prayer journal, it's a gator. I mean, it sits like that, standing up. Oh, that's so cute, y'all. I know I didn't round the corners on them, but that's okay. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, let's put this ink over here now, because I got to clean up my area and fix my ink daubers. Oh, I didn't even get into that pile except for that one sheet, did I? Okay, them's all cut. Let's put you back right here. Nope. Yep. I don't know. Okay. Get my mess cleaned up. I gotta get me a label on this here. I went through my laces and put like the pinks in the orangey peach colors together, and blues and purples together, and I have white and tan, brown, whatever, you know, all separated out. And then I have like just a few black pieces, and that stays in my B box. All right, so we did this piece. Isn't that cute? And then these pieces we inked around and backed them. Look at this dog, y'all. Hush up. And that is just a beautiful little Christmas scene. And then this was cut apart off of one of these pages. All right. Off of one of the journal pages. It's the top corner off of a journal page. And then we made this tag here. And put the little tuck on it with the little ephemera piece that we backed. And we backed that tag as well. And then we did these little pockets or envelopes, whichever one we decided we need when we get to putting it in the journal. And put the tucks on them. Look at that scene on that bell. Just lovely. I didn't show you that one up close, but that is just beautiful. Love that. So, yeah, we got those. And then this is the one where we pulled all the cut aparts on these pieces here. So that was a whole journal page that I had cut like the side off of. And that produced these tags here in pocket. Alright, so then we inked all the pockets. Got all those done. If I can get them apart. And some of them repeat, since I did 2 copies of them. So this is that page there with the bow and that. And I had the little girls, I cut them out to make them like a mirrored pocket. And I just used the rest of the page to make tags and pockets out of. Yep. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 pieces of ephemera for an hour and 5 minutes, y'all. Pretty good today. See, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like I accomplished something in today's video. But it's, I don't know, sometimes you just feel like you got to get some things organized, and, you know, sometimes you just sitting there looking like Boo Boo the Fool, clown. I need to make a tag for that, don't I? Oh, look at that. That's what we did last time. And that bird is a piece of cut off from the bottom part of this page. So that's journal cards. I'm just going to put journal cards and tags in the same thing this time, because I got all this ephemera cut apart in here. Okay, and those are done. We got pockets, tags and journal cards, and tuck spots. This I need to make a journal card for you, or see if we got a bit that will fit for you. Look how beautiful that is, y'all. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Now, see, I'm a sucker for blue Christmas stuff and pink. And then last year, they had purple stuff at the Hobby Lobby. I was like, shut your face. Oh, look at that. Love them. Look at the little pretty baby. Oh, she would be pretty in there, wouldn't she? Peeking her little head around. Oh, are you going to be too tall? Ugh, dang it. And seeing it's got the red trim around it. Oh, get in there. Oh, you're going to be too tall. All right. And see, look, the little bird would be cute in it, too. Yes, them's too tall. They're going to pucker up. Well, we'll have to go cut. We'll have to go cut us a piece off of something. Because I don't want to trim them up. I would really love for her to go in there, because that would be just cute as a button. And we shouldn't have to fidget with it that much to get it in there. Oh, look at her. And then by the time I put a backing on it, it's going to make it bow up and liable to rip it. It just needs just a slight bit of trim on it. Okay, but them angel babies are just gorgeous. So probably all of that needs to be backed right there. Every bit of that needs to be backed. So we need to work on that. All of that pieces need to be backed. Let's see. I got a piece here. See, they're really big, and I was wanting to fix them somehow on the journal cover. Is what I really wanted to do with them, to be honest with y'all. But let's see. Fussy cutting that out. They're going to be way too big. Yeah, they're going to be way too big for that. We'll figure out something. Alright, I'm going to quit messing and get off here, get my stuff put together for tomorrow's video for y'all. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for all your encouraging words and the swift kick in the pants of, you know, telling me to do what I do and hush up. And I greatly appreciate that, which nobody told me to hush up, you know what I'm saying? But everybody did give me encouraging words, and I greatly appreciate it so much that y'all do enjoy what I do and enjoy my videos. Y'all are just too sweet and too nice to me. See, I want to take and make this here tag. And I might take this here, this little scene here, and make a pocket. Boom. Okie doke. Ideas for tomorrow. Alright, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night. And I greatly appreciate every one of y'all. And thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.